Let me tell you a story.
Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan, the skeptical one.
I'm Erin, the almost better one and the
Yay.
believer. I know I don't sound almost better and I will still cough a few times, but Rue will take care of those. So you're fine. Sorry, Rue.
You're on the mend. And Rue survived last week's episode.
Yes, with a cocktail as suggested.
Good job, Rue.
Yeah, we always recommend it. You know, we also recommend you take a cocktail while you're listening because.
Take a cocktail?
Yeah, I said what I said. I'm moving forward, moving right on through it.
That's funny.
We are recording, I think it needs to be said, on election night eve.
Yeah, little anxious.
So we're very anxious. We also have no idea what the vibe is right now in your current state of listening.
Oh, true.
So hopefully.
Oh my gosh.
Hopefully we're really excited. But
yay.
Hopefully.
Gosh. Maybe we should wait and record after.
Well, I thought about that. But then I thought, if we lose, I'm not going to want to record.
True. That's true. Might as well just go ahead and plow through this one.
That's right. So, you know, hopefully this is joyous because we are all joyous.
Yes.
But, you know, if it's not, then just have this hour break and for be in the past. Live in the past with us.
Yeah. And then I'll meet you all in Portugal.
Oh, my gosh. Portugal. Wow.
You build a house there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I know. We got to do something. Oh, my word.
Right.
Anyways, so I just wanted to address why we're not addressing the elephant or donkey in the room.
Well played.
Or pumpkin. Whatever. It's fine.
Oh, God. Better not be. Okay. So here we go. Let's talk about
sex, baby.
The Exorcist.
Oh.
The Pope's Exorcist. James made me watch it tonight.
The movie with Russell Crowe?
Yeah.
I told you we should watch that as a movie night.
Oh, sorry. No, we shouldn't have watched it as no. Well, I don't know. Maybe we still can.
Okay.
There's something about Exorcist movies that really get me, like, they just get me. They get me spooked out.
Yeah?
And I don't know why. And James, I couldn't believe, like, we're sitting there. He hates scary movies.
Right.
But I think ever so often, like, he feels a little guilty that, like, he kind of picks the shows a lot.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes he just has, like, a mercy, like, let's give this one a go. And I'm like, are you sure you want to watch this? He's like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, okay, but for the record, I did not make you watch this.
Right.
You chose this. And then we're watching it. Literally, the little boy's laying there, eyes closed. This is not going to give anything away. Eyes closed. Camera zooms in on him. He's not even possessed yet. He just opens his eyes. And I jumped so big. And James was like, really? Like, I know. I don't. I'm like, I know it's going to be horrible.
Yeah.
It's a kid. It's something about a kid being possessed.
Yeah. I'm really bad at scary movies, as most of y'all know.
Mm-hmm.
Have I told this story about when I was dating my first boyfriend and I made him go see me? Okay. So we like never went out ever. He always like, I don't know. He'd be like, let's just hang out at your house. I'm like,
okay,
let's
make out.
Right. I'm like, let's go out. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre was coming out. And I was like, we're going. Opening night. We are going. It was my birthday weekend. And I was like, no matter what, I'm going to go see this. He was like, fine. So we go and I go to buy the tickets. I go to, tell the lady what we're getting. And she was like, oh, the 8:30 is all sold out, but there's some for the 11 o'clock show. And without hesitation, I said, yes, we'll take it. And he was pissed.
Uh-oh.
He's like, are you kidding me? You don't even want to start the movie till 11. We are 18, by the way. We were children. We were fine. I was like, we are already out. And I told you, we're watching it tonight.
Yeah, we're going.
So we got in a big fight, but I was like, I don't care. We're going to go see this movie.
Good for you. Good for you, 18-year-old Aaron.
Oh, yeah. So we, hung around, made out a lot. And then.
Didn't fight that much.
Yeah, we made up. Anyways, we go to see that movie. And we get into the theater. It's now 11 o'clock. We've wasted like 3 hours just hanging around Tinseltown. And we go to sit down. And I was like, oh, I don't want to watch this. He was like, what? I was like, I forgot. I don't really like scary movies when we're in a theater. And I'm really freaked out. And I don't want to watch this. He was like,
such a dork.
We are staying.
Did he make you stay?
Yeah, he made me stay. We watched the whole thing.
Yeah. That was a scary one.
It was a very scary one. It was very scary.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyways, it was good times.
And then you had to live through it when we went to that haunted house. And oh my gosh, if you think Aaron watching a scary movie with Aaron is funny, that should really be the Patreon perk. You get to go through a haunted house with Aaron because let me tell you, there is nothing funnier than a haunted house and Aaron.
Sophie has suggested that our Patreon perks should be like for an extra tier up, even higher than the $5 tier. We should have a play video games with Aaron because the scary ones.
Scary game, yeah.
Because I am very scared of those games. I really did not think I would be because I'm like, it's a video game.
Right.
But no, it's terrifying. And like the zombie comes out. I'm like, no. I am playing that person. And there's like a zombie right there. Yeah. It's terrifying. So she laughed pretty hard. She was like, people should be watching this. You should be
I think people would love it. Do it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how to do all that would I have to get like a camera, be like a YouTuber?
Oh my gosh. Why would you have to do all that?
Because wouldn't they want to see my reaction while I'm playing that game? With like in YouTube, they have like the video and then they have a little person.
No, I think more so it's just like they're playing with you or against you.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I'm pretty sure that's what Sophie means.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Think so.
Ask her. So. I think it is. Playing video games with Aaron. Look, I'm hip. I'm cool.
I got the 411.
Know how these bros work.
You're not going to any prom to get jiggy with. Was that all that thing from 10 Things I Hate About You? Anyways,
no idea.
Anyways, can I put you inside my head for a minute?
Sure.
Okay, so to put you inside my head.
Okay.
I know that it's weird, which is why I need other people to be here with me.
Okay.
I am now driving all the time. I just drive like it is my second job. I have to drive my kids to all the schools.
That's awful.
It's early and it's like dark outside when I'm going. So I've noticed a new trend on so many cars.
Okay.
Where their little taillights, they look like a woman, a topless woman.
Okay. So when you say I need you to be inside my head, you mean like I'm like this is not something people are doing to their cars.
No.
This
I need you to see it. I need you to see it with me, and from this point on, you will also see this.
Okay, I'll try. Here we go. So it's a topless woman.
A topless woman laying on her back, and her boobs. You know how they just go off to the side now.
Okay, yeah.
That is what half the headlights look like. Sometimes they're like
you're the weirdest person I know. Hold on, headlights, not taillights.
No. I'm sorry, I did mean taillights.
Oh.
Like they're no longer like a little square on the back of your car.
Okay.
They're like a line that goes down and then curves out a little bit, like a little saggy boob.
Little blip
or
on the side.
They're all different kinds. It's all I see now. When I'm driving, I'm like, oh, yep, she's got bigger boobs. Hers. I bet they were so perky one day, and now they're not. They are so saggy. I cannot stop seeing boobs when I'm looking at cars.
I can't wait to go driving now.
I know. I can't stop thinking about it. I needed somebody else to be in my head.
Now we're all there.
Right. Like, I'm going to have to start telling Sophie. I won't tell her why. But I'll be like, I need you to take a picture of the back of that car while we're driving in the morning because it is so weird.
Oh, you're a nut.
Yeah, well, thank you. I hope everybody can see it. I will find a picture. I will take a picture.
Well, it's kind of like how you always tell me that a pepper looks like it's screaming, and I don't understand that logic at all.
I don't understand how you don't understand that logic.
If you cut a bell pepper in half, Erin thinks it looks like it's screaming.
Yeah, the little seeds look like teeth.
Yeah, and she tries to show me every time, and every time I'm like, it looks like a pepper.
No, it doesn't.
I don't have as good of an imagination as you do, but I'll see if I can find some side boob action. I mean, I'm down for that action.
Yeah, sometimes it does, like, you're like, oh, that almost looks like I'm seeing a woman in profile. If they're a little perkier looking, that's what it looks like. But no, it's just like a woman laying down.
Okay, I can't wait to watch it. Speaking of seeing you in your element, boob watching.
I don't watch the boobs.
Yeah, but you did. You were in your element last night. We went to a Racing Louisville game, and let me tell you, it was the first one I've ever been to.
Yeah?
It was super exciting.
Yeah.
But watching you giddy with excitement at being there was the highlight of my whole year. I'm like, this is like her happiest place on earth.
I really love it.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. I had a lot of fun, but I mean, you were like, you get like a high off of it.
Yeah.
You're so excited. I love it.
Yeah, it is so much fun. No, I'm very respectful. I don't check out their boobs.
But I was just kidding. I meant the car boobs. You're checking out the car boobs left and right.
I do that.
Right. But no, you were very respectful there. I even tried to get you to go down there and get another picture with your girl, Emma. You would not do it. You didn't want to look silly.
It's embarrassing. I can't do it. Anyways, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm so glad you got to go. Brooke came with us.
Yep, that was a lot of fun.
Did you see that Melissa was there?
I know. I'm so mad that I missed Melissa.
I know.
I haven't seen her in like 2 years.
I didn't even know she ever went to the games. Now I know.
Yeah, now I'll go and look for her.
Good. Oh, good. You're going to go to another one?
If Melissa's going to be there, yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, if you're there.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. That's funny. Okay. Yeah. I have one more weird thing I have to tell you.
Okay. Tell me. I love weird things.
Because I want to start using it in place of this word. So at trivia last week, there was a question. I should probably have looked it up. If you are suffering from this, what do you have? So let me look at the scientific word.
Okay.
Other medical terms, the medical term for this would be horripilation. Horripilation. I might be saying that wrong. Turns out it means goosebumps, which is what
you didn't even let me guess.
Oh, take it back. What do you think it means?
It means goosebumps?
Oh my gosh. Very impressive. We actually did get it, a lucky guess. But when we were looking up, because some of us are impatient and we can't wait for them to announce what it was.
AKA cheaters?
No, after we've turned in our forms, we're like, what was it? The definition of goosebumps is an erection of hairs.
Ooh, that
so from now
sexy.
on, when I get goosebumps, I'm going to be like, oh, I have an erection.
I don't see that being problematic at all.
No, I think it's very scientifically accurate. So I'm hoping that some of our stories tonight give me an erection.
Of hairs. I do think you have to finish it out of hairs.
I mean, I just explained it. I think they got it.
Well, yeah, but if you're just going to start using that term, I think that you need to say of hairs.
I mean,
oh, good grief.
I make no
you're
promises.
A school teacher, Erin.
I won't say it at school.
Okay, good.
Unless I say of hairs.
No. I think you should just erase the word erection out of your vocabulary at a school.
All right.
Just saying.
Well, speaking of terrifying, rectifying stories.
You ready for some?
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to read a story from Leanne.
Ooh, hi, Leanne.
Leanne wrote this in from our website. Thank you, Leanne, for using our website, making us feel all special. Okay. The subject line says, "It tried to lure me outside, but I know better."
Ooh.
I know. Great tagline. Her pronouns are she, her. I already checked down at the bottom. So
okay.
I have only been listening to your podcast for a few weeks after a recommendation from my coworker, Macy.
Well, thank you, Macy.
I know. Thank you so much. I have been trying to think of a great and true story to tell you for our introduction, like the haunted apartment I lived in the summer of 2000, or the little dark creatures that followed me around in older homes.
What?
Well, I think we have a few stories we need to hear. Maybe the were-coyote on the hiking trail, or the theater ghosts. I am sure I will eventually get these to you, but last week I heard my first cryptid.
What?
Oh my gosh, what a start.
Heard
to an email.
Cryptid. Okay, here we go.
Although a were-coyote might
Isn't that a cryptid?
That might be your first cryptid.
Right. Maybe.
Your first celebrity cryptid that's well known.
Maybe she didn't hear it, though. Maybe she saw it.
Oh, true. Let me preface this story with the fact that I grew up deep in the holler of East Kentucky, where lost folks were greeted with shotguns. Oh, gosh. Golly. When I heard things in the woods of my youth, no, I did not. There was no whistling in the forest or singing at the table. Salt goes over your left shoulder and across the front door frame. No broken mirrors or walking under ladders, etc., etc.
Wow.
My family was deeply religious and also superstitious. And I can honestly say that although I listened for anything possible in the forest, I never heard anything I couldn't explain. Last week, the night before the full moon, I was peacefully drifting off to sleep in bed. We had recently switched bedrooms, and the window unit hasn't been necessary for a while, so I can hear the outside noises very well. We live in a walkable downtown area, but have a full acre lot.
Nice.
I know. Surrounded by the mighty Daniel Boone National Forest.
Oh, wow.
And hosts lots of forest critters. As I started to drift off, I heard crying from outside. I could imagine the scene from my comfy bed. A toddler, not quite 2, but headstrong enough, who had refused to nap all day, being forced to do something in which they were not a willing participant. Since you are both moms, I can assume you know the cry.
Oh, yeah.
The one where you're dragging the kid to the car, covered in snot and something sticky and unknown. This kid was right outside our window. When the cry switched to, "I don't know the person forcing me to do this thing,"
whoa!
I bolted out of the bed. My mommy radar was in full emergency mode. So I guess this cry suddenly sounded more urgent, I think is what they're saying.
Okay.
I don't think she's saying that the
started
words
off
came
as
out.
A kind of a tantrumy cry, then it was panicked.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking when I hear that.
Okay.
I mean, maybe I'm going to read more and have more clarification, but that's what I think. I looked out the window. I'm on the second story, by the way, into the darkness. The motion lights had not been triggered. The baby was still screaming. Now, you might try to explain this away by a passing car or someone walking down the street or living next door. Let me interject that our house is sitting pretty far from the street with 2 empty houses on our bedroom side and no tiny humans in the nearest homes. Yes, we know most of the neighbors. In a car, there is no way the crying would have lasted so long. Someone on the street, maybe, but there were no sidewalks in front of the house, so probably no late night walks with littles. And even if someone was walking outside on our property, they would have triggered the lights. I was so uneasy and woke my husband as I started looking for shoes. He heard the crying, "Babe, don't go out there." But I had to go. It was cold that night.
Oh.
And we had covered the loofah and pepper plants. Oh, I think loofah plants are the coolest thing in the whole wide world.
They look like they should be in a coral reef.
Yeah, they look like you've got something man-made growing.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Cool. Where the hell are my shoes? Leanne, I know you think you hear a baby, but there is no baby out there. Oh, that's so creepy. I got an erection.
You're so weird. You've been waiting to say that.
I really kind of forgot about it. And then I was like, oh, perfect time.
Oh, I sure hope nobody fast forwarded the first half of that. Just like babies crying do not give Aaron erections.
No. Well, that's just creepy stories. Creepy stories. The story's so creepy I got an erection.
Of hair. She's saying goosebumps. She's such a weirdo. Oh my gosh. She's saying you got the goosebumps. Go.
Okay. I really thought he couldn't hear it, that his constant use of AirPods was affecting his ability to hear the crying child outside. It was too cold to wait until morning. As I bummed around, I accidentally woke up our 13-year-old, who insisted it was probably an owl. Shun the non-believers. I could hear this baby, and I was going outside to save it. Mom, don't go outside. It's just an owl. My dad hears it sometimes and says it sounds like crying. When I made it down to the ground floor and turned the corner to head to the back door, everything was quiet. There were no birds or cars or night sounds, no crickets or rustling leaves. The silence was, however, waiting for me to exit the house.
Ooh.
My husband told the kiddo to go back to bed. He would stop me. What is so creepy that they're all like, no, you can't. Like, we don't want you to do that.
And she's so insistent that she has to.
Right? I opened the back door. It was silent. The quails weren't making a sound. The bees were asleep. Babes, do not go out there. You know better. I did not leave the doorway, and eventually I closed it and returned to the bedroom. When my husband went out to start the cars the next morning, I was very afraid he would find a frozen kid over there.
Oof.
Or something equally horrifying. There was nothing. We both, however, had heard the baby. I sent a text to my ex-husband. Can you tell me about the owl that sounds like a baby? It is an eastern screech owl. Google the sound. The man obviously has no mechanism of self-preservation. Whatever it was, it tried to lure me outside, but I know better. Pronouns she, her.
Oh. Okay, Leanne. Have you ever heard... So wish that I knew our episodes well enough I could pull out an episode.
Right.
But have you ever heard the episode that Meg was featured in where the bobcat...
Yeah, that was wild.
Is screeching and sounds like a screaming lady, like a screaming woman.
Yeah.
But I've heard of alley cats and like tomcats crying and it sounds like a baby crying.
I know.
Yeah, and it sounds so like people are like, "Oh my gosh, there's a baby out there," and it's just a cat in heat.
Right. That's so scary. And also, if you ever think you hear a baby crying, you should just call the police.
Good call.
I told this to Sophie because it is absurd that I have to warn her about predatory people.
Oh, sure.
But of course you have to because
and especially
of the world
people are going to play on what is so heart-wrenching.
Right. But like the people will take that sound. Hopefully it's just a sound. Or they'll like put a baby stroller like out on the side of the road so that you'll get out.
But where are you hearing all this? These are
TikTok.
I know, right. These are like these, those have been going around for years. Like even before TikTok, whatever, it's like, don't put your finger in the coin return something will prick you. Like Just crazy. I mean, whatever. Maybe it came from somebody or someone's weird imagination, but I'm like, it also very likely has never happened.
Yeah.
And it's just something that it's like lore. It's been passed around.
Right. Yeah, I can see that too.
But better safe than sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
Safe than sorry.
Yeah, that's true. And I feel like what does make it kind of weird and creepier is that Leanne is so used to animal sounds because she grew up in the holler. She grew up,
Sure, but maybe not a cat, like a specific.
Not the rare cat.
No, like an alley cat that is in heat.
Yeah, maybe. But then.
Or a bobcat.
She opened the door. There was nothing there.
But you're right. If it's like, if you are that worried about something, that's the police's job. Call them to come and check it out. And what if it is a bobcat? Rather have them with their guns than me out there going to find out if it's a bobcat.
It's weird that everything was completely silent. Not even crickets or beards.
Beards. Not even a beard out there.
Not even a beard making a single noise.
That is the saddest story I've ever heard because I do love a beard.
Yeah, same girl, same.
Yeah, I love like one of my favorite stories or just genre of stories are Appalachian stories.
Oh my gosh, I know.
I like the whistling, the everything goes still, all of those things because what dense forest and land that is, that some crazy's got to be happening out there.
Right.
And like the whole cryptid idea, like the fact that she's not saying like, I don't know, a skinwalker or a demon or something. She's saying like, what if this was some sort of cryptid, unknown type of cryptid that makes a baby sound? That's weird.
Or what if it was a skinwalker that made a baby sound?
Yeah, I don't believe in skinwalkers. That's the weirdest. I don't even think that. People say those are cryptids. They're not cryptids.
Sure, they're cryptids.
A cryptid is not going to shapeshift. A cryptid to me is more like an unidentified animal that's never been like named. It's never been discovered.
Okay.
But it's still of the organic nature, not like a Harry Potter figment of your imagination.
I love how we know each other's triggers because this will make you mad every time.
It does make me mad. I'm like,
I know.
A skinwalker is not a cryptid.
I can like feel the anger rolling off of you.
No, that's just the heat of my feet. Oh, that was good, Leanne. So I'm going to go with cat or some unknown cryptid.
Okay. All right. I'm okay with.
I want to know like, I want to know so many things about like your family's traditions and all their superstitions.
Yeah.
I want to know like the backgrounds of all of them and why you all feel that way. So if you ever just want to like give us a little synopsis of all of the different things.
Yeah. I also want to hear all those other stories you casually mentioned.
Yeah, you dropped those. Those are important.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear them.
Pick those back up and send them in.
Right. We definitely need them. All right. So tonight's story that I have is from the lovely Amy, who we have not gotten a story from in quite a while.
Oh, yeah. But the last time we read it.
Yeah, I love Amy's stories.
You pissed me off so much.
I know. I love it.
No, because she said like, she explained it perfectly. And then in your explanation, you dismissed what she said. And then when I went back and listened, I was like, no, she did say that. She very clearly said, like, she described something very clear. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I could go back and be like, oh, yeah. Remember how you argued that? You were wrong.
I don't think it pissed off Amy, or at least she never told me.
It did. She's mad. She sent me a direct message and was like, your sister, such a bitch.
No. Amy loves me. I love Amy. Okay, so Amy's subject line is when the moon hits your eye, and then in parentheses, ghost story.
Like a big pizza pie?
I think that's where we're headed.
That's Amore.
That is Amore. And I used to have to listen to that song 24 hours a day.
Why?
Not really. That'd be really weird if I waited tables that long. All the time. It felt like 24 hours a day because I worked at Olive Garden.
Oh, yeah.
And they played that song on a loop. And
when the moon hits your eye like a great pizza pie, that's Amore.
I love that song because he just sounds so drunk when he's singing it. And I'm like, it makes me want to get drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Amy. Okay. Hello, my paranormal pretties.
Oh, hi.
Take that. I love it. 'Tis I, a longtime listener and second-time writer, Amy. Today, I wanted to share with you my story about my best friend growing up in 1982, my maternal grandfather, whom everyone called Paw Paw.
Oh.
Knowing that Megan... listen, I'm going to give you a pass, Amy, because apparently I was bitchy the last time you wrote in, but There is no, I don't got two A's in my name, girl.
Oh, snap.
It's okay. I'm just going to put that in my pocket in case I need to for later. Like really dig in with that.
How did she spell it?
Meaghann. It's all right, but somebody out there does that. Meaghan. Knowing that Meaghan will not debunk this because it is about my pawpaw, I have a bonus, which I will include at the end.
Oh, sweet.
You know me well. First, some background. My mama and pawpaw, my mom's parents, moved from Louisiana to Kentucky just before the Great Depression.
Oh.
My pawpaw was I love pawpaw. My pawpaw was in the Marine Corps of Engineers and worked on the river boats, and that is what brought my family here to the Bluegrass State. A fun tidbit is that my grandfather was the first mate on the Belle of Louisville.
Oh,
That's
wow.
cool.
That is cool.
And did all the repair and maintenance work on the paddle wheel. My grandparents were both raised on farms just 90 minutes outside of New Orleans. My grandfather worked with his hands and was especially talented in woodworking.
Huh.
My grandmother was an amazing, that's in all capital letters, cook who made everything from scratch. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
This also included making and sewing new outfits for me and my Barbies. Oh, how sweet is that? I looked up to both of them my entire life, and though they both passed quite some time ago, I still talk to them as if they are both here and have photos of them displayed in many rooms in my home.
Oh.
They are the reason I garden and to this day still dream about working on a farm. I love that.
Yeah.
Everyone who knew Pawpaw adored him. He helped out all of his neighbors with household repairs and yard work, and he would watch many of his neighbors' homes and pick up the mail while they were on vacation.
Oh.
Everyone in the neighborhood knew Old Joe, O-L, Old Joe, and had kind words to say about him. This was reflected in the attendance at his funeral and service back in 1997.
Oh.
My grandfather kept busy building projects, working on the house or the car up until he passed. Quite often, if you could not find him at his workbench in the basement or in the garage, you would find him on the roof of his house inspecting, and he inspected a lot, LOL.
Oh.
I was fortunate enough to have my grandparents.
Where he hit his pot. I'm just telling you from like.
Do you think that's where he hit his pot?
Yeah. Like he's probably like, I'm on the roof. I'm expecting something. I mean, I'm not trying to say that your grandfather, your
that's
papa,
just where Erin would hide her pot.
I'm just saying, if you find somebody on a roof more than 3 times,
what are they doing
up there? Come on.
I was fortunate enough to have my grandparents help raise me, and after my parents divorced in 1982, we even lived there with them until my mom remarried in 1985. My time living with my grandparents are some of my favorite childhood memories.
Aww.
Every day, my grandpa would walk me to and from school, ask about my day. He would play jacks with me and even watch Scooby-Doo with me. I was his shadow, and my brother and I were the favorite grandchildren. Love it. In May of 1997, my grandfather went into the hospital for a procedure and closed him right back up after opening him. They found cancer that had spread like wildfire throughout his tiny body and gave him a very grim prognosis. His 4 daughters enrolled him in a hospice care and brought him home where we all took care of him. I had the privilege of caring for him alongside my mother, her 3 sisters, and my grandmother. Whoa! And was even there. I've been really emotional these last couple weeks. Sorry, everybody.
Same, girl.
Okay, let's get through this. And was even there with him when he passed a week later on Mother's Day.
Oh, gosh.
Everybody breathe. After he passed, the family members were all practically at my grandmother's home 24/7. I visited every weekend and would chat with my grandmother and whichever sister was there that day. We would watch Food Network or Days of Our Lives and would chit-chat about whatever was going on in my life at that time. It was not unusual to hear banging coming from the basement when no one was down there. All of us would hear it from time to time. My grandfather still had projects he needed to continue to work on even after he left us. My favorite was the running back and forth across the roof. Now, granted, my papa, I know that he liked to be up on the roof, but I did not picture until this moment.
He's like, I've always wanted to run up here.
Pawpaw running back and forth.
It wasn't safe, but now.
Here we go. My favorite was running back and forth across the roof. Now, granted, my pawpaw was not running back and forth on the roof while he was alive, but I like to think that in the afterlife, he was arthritic free. Yes, and continued to check the roof expeditiously so he could go check on the rest of the family members.
Oh, that's so sweet.
But my most
and kind of creepy. Like I think, and it's sweet because it's your grandpa. But also picture a tiny little old man running back and forth really.
You're like, how fast are we talking?
Like sentimental, oh, Papa, but also like, okay, I hope I never see that.
Hey, slow it down up there. That's a little on the creepy side, Grandpa. Okay. But my most precious moment happened around about 2 years ago on a full moon night. As I go through perimenopause, I don't sleep all night like I used to. Oh, I hear that. I often wake around 2 to 3 a.m. almost every night, and on this particular night, we had a full moon so bright that it lit up my bedroom.
Oh.
I woke up and sat up in bed. As I turned my head and looked at my husband's side of the room, there in the moonlight stood my grandfather.
Oh my gosh.
I could make out the details of his plaid shirt, his blue pants, and the moonlight reflected on his glasses. My heart stopped and I heard myself gasp.
Oh.
He has never appeared to me. I always talk to him and know he watches over me. He has even passed messages on to me in my dreams, but never has he appeared to me. He was as clear as day. He smiled at me and then he just disappeared.
Oh.
It was hard to fall back asleep after that. I just lay in bed that night and cried until I finally just wore myself out. In my mind's eye, I can still envision this moment and see him there. I am not sure what the occasion was. Maybe he was just passing through, or maybe I was going through something at the moment and needed to just see his face. Whatever it was all mine, and that moment was just for the two of us, and that makes it all the more precious and sacred.
You got us, Amy.
Oh, Amy. Well, we're back. Amy, you just had me, I had a little meltdown, but I'm okay. But then you said, I think I've babbled on long enough. And as I promised, here is a bonus for Megan. Amy, you are too funny. Hi, Megan. It's me, Amy's grandfather.
Oh, my gosh.
Writing from the great beyond. Oh, my gosh. What's that movie? Laughter Through Tears is the best. Still Magnolias.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to confirm that everything Amy has told you is true and that ghosts really do exist. And just like Santa, we see everything you do and hear everything you say.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, gosh. That's so scary to think of. Hope this helps you out. Aaron, you're welcome.
Oh, thanks, Papa.
Oh, thanks for all the laughter. Love you, ladies. Your double agent, Amy F.
That is so cute.
To pay homage to your awesome pics, I have included an old photo of me and Pawpaw. Oh, he kind of looks like Grandpa Ralphie.
Oh,
he's so cute. Oh, those are great. Thank you, Amy, for sending those pictures in. How sweet is that? And yeah, I'm definitely trust me, Amy. Yeah, I'm not going to touch that one. We had to pause it so I could just sit here and cry first. Probably something I should do more often.
Oh yeah, I can't tell you how much I'm pushing things down right now.
Oh, gosh.
And when they bubble up, I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Cried in a meeting yesterday, or not, like 2 days ago. And it was last week. Just lost it. You know, sometimes it just bubbles up. But boy, that time, that was like, you just hit a lot of nails on the head and a lot of things I wish could happen. But I'm so happy that they happened for you, Amy. And thank you so much for sharing that story with us. That was very kind.
Yeah, I like that. You had gotten used to just talking, it being a one-sided thing. And then, what is that, like 30 years later?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there he is. So it's never too late.
Yeah, never too late. There you go. Unless you don't believe, and then you're just cold-hearted. Shit out of luck. Oh, I laugh now so that I don't cry.
Yeah.
So you know what we told our staff just the other day? We said on Wednesday, it's the day after the election day, and we need to go gently that day because it's just a high emotion day for everybody.
Yeah.
Even our kids.
Win or lose, it's going to be a high emotion day.
Win or lose, it's just, there's a lot of emotions in this country right now, and they're going to be present in every public place you go and in every private place you go. So our advice to our teachers were to just take it a little bit lighter that day. Make sure there's nothing heavy, no assessments that day, focus on mental health, focus on self-care.
Yeah.
So in that spirit,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to do the same for myself.
Okay, great.
I'm going to say
great.
that tonight I've already had a mental breakdown. I've already cried excessively because that story was so touching and sweet and just hit a certain way. And I have been on the edge because of this damn election. I cannot wait for it to be over.
I know, but I'm also terrified for it to be over.
Only if it goes one way.
Right?
So in that spirit, I'm just going to let myself be off the hook tonight. I didn't get a fan favorite. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say, that's fucking fine that I forgot.
Yeah.
I've had a lot going on and it's okay. And I'm just going to give myself grace.
We could just do it. You could just let it go every time.
No, I'm not, because I'm going to say this. Kenzie, check your DMs. Somebody might have slid in there, Kenzie.
Okay.
For next week, I'm going to need everybody to just go ahead and check your DMs, because there's a couple of you that I'm hanging out in there.
If you're sitting there thinking, hey, how come I haven't been a fan favorite yet?
Yeah, go to your DM, because, you
be proactive. You send Megan a message. Hey.
Oh, I love that.
I know you would. Oh, my gosh.
Anyway, no, I'll pick you out. I picked out Kenzie. Kenzie, I'm going to shout you out again next week once you tell me something. But in the meantime, everybody just take a deep breath and allow yourself just to be in whatever state you are in right now.
Yeah.
We're going to be okay.
I know. I'm either so jealous or so sad for the people who are listening right now, because one way or another, part of me just wants to know.
Ugh.
But I'm so scared. Oh, I'm so anxious. I don't know.
Telling you. I know.
I do. I really can't wait for it to be over.
Oh, I cannot wait for it to be over. I'm just done. I'm done listening to it. So anyway, take care of everybody out there.
Yes. And, hopefully we're all celebrating, but no matter what, we love you and we're here for you. Reach out if you need us.
You know what, Aaron? You take the night off. They know where to find us.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Okay, yeah, that's
I just listened to Ruth's podcast where she's like, always do a call to action.
Oh, okay, always. No self-care there. Sorry, you gotta go. Do your spiel, girl.
My boss, Rue, tells me I should always do a call to action. So you all...
I am glad I'm my own boss. Sorry, Rue.
Well, you are not listening to our podcast like I am. And it shows, because I listen every week.
I love you, Rue.
Yeah.
That was it. I'm practicing grace and self-care for myself tonight.
Okay, so as Rue would inform me to tell you, you all should check out our website at myskepticalsister.com, where you can find out how to become a Patreon. $3 a month gets you a sticker, a magnet, gets you weekly bonus content. $5 a month gets you all that, plus our once a month movie night. And Megan is afraid that this is unclear. If you just want to see what's going on and be a free member, you will now be getting the 5th Wednesday of the month. If there's ever a 5th Wednesday, which there was just one in October, you get whatever I put out on that 5th Wednesday.
And that's like backlog. Like, then go back and get all that stuff.
I will make that happen. Yes,
I will. Sorry. Well, then
no. I'll make that happen. Yes.
I'm just saying, like, okay, let's say I'm a listener right now, and I hear, oh, free. Well, hell yeah.
Right. And there's only one thing.
These women are fucking hilarious.
I'm sure that's what they're saying.
Where do I get more of them? I get sad every time they go off the air. I'm like, daggone, I would like to listen a little bit more. But wait, did you just say I could listen to more for free?
Yeah.
And so if I go on there and all I have to do is sign up, what do they have to do?
You just have to put in your email.
Upload the app?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Just put in your email, say I want to be a member, and just click the free one.
Okay. And then click free. And then there's going to be some content in there that you can listen to.
Yeah. The last Aaron Ruins books was like 40 minutes long.
Oh my gosh. Was that the one I fell asleep in?
Yes, it was.
I am so sorry. They're not all that bad. That was a bad one to introduce people for free on.
It had some funny parts.
Oh, I laughed a lot. And then I fell asleep in it. And I laughed at myself falling asleep in it. But that was I was like, oh my gosh. This story, that was a bad story.
Our next free thing will be when we were on the podcast Film Bros.
Oh, nice. There you go.
I'm going to put that for our 5th
It's free.
episode.
What else do you all want?
Right. Come on. Just go over check it out. You can also go to our website to write in directly or where our P.O. box is. Or you can you can write us in directly at myskepticalsister@gmail.com. You can rate, review, subscribe. You can tell all your friends to listen like Macy did. Thank you, Macy.
Thank you, Macy.
And, you can follow our socials on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And we love you guys. We will talk to you next week.
Good night, America.
La 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 la.
And nope, I grew up deep. I can't say that without saying
I grew up deep in the holler.
I know. I want to say in deep.
No, of course you do, Aaron.
I didn't even think of that till after it came out.
Sorry, I made it so big.
Oh, it's okay. I tooted and then you got quiet and I was like, I thought it was
Just gave yourself
silent.
away. I love it. It's like, it's not going to be funny, but tonight we're watching that movie and it's like, you can tell something really big is about to happen. And I'm like on the edge of my seat. And then James lets out the longest, longest, like, like a string of them.
Yeah.
But like the loudest. And usually my go-to is just like pretend like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
There was no way. I am like dying because I'm like, well, now it's not even scary, but it was like perfect timing. Anyway.
Oh, goodness.